Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. For today, I want to share with you all 10 eyeshadow palettes that I think would just give you that golden hour moment for summer. So if you want to see 10 gorgeous palettes, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today, and let's go ahead and get into it. First palette that I want to share with you all, it's actually what inspired this video. Whenever I think about summer makeup, as far as like eyeshadow goes, I think about bronze moment, just like that golden hour glow. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful, timeless, sexy every single time. It's easy, effortless, and this is a palette that inspired it all. This is the new one from Natasha Denona. This is the golden palette. I'm gonna base this just off this palette. I'm not comparing this to the original gold palette. I already have a review on that, but this one, I actually have it on my eyes today mixed with another one. I'm telling you guys, I'm actually pretty sure that I'm going to take this one to the beach with me next month. It's everything that I want it to be for a summer palette. Yes, it's everyday, wearable, and friendly, and just like easy, but every time I wear this palette, it just makes me think of summer, and it's just like effortless beauty. Every single time I use this palette, it's honestly like a golden hour moment. So honestly, I had to mention this one first. She's beautiful, new. It's like my new shiny toy, but I had to mention it. Next, let's talk about the palette on my eyes today. I don't think anyone's gonna guess it. I actually have a few palettes on my eyes today, but this is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. We're doing a throwback here. This one's fresh. I repurchased it a few months ago, maybe even longer than that, but I just needed a fresh one. I know it's like, it looks so dull and like meh, but I'm telling you, it still smells so good. Oh my goodness, I love this palette. It is so nostalgic for me, and it's not exactly like that golden hour moment, but whenever I mix it with some of these other palettes, it gives me like that effortless look, and it takes me just seconds to create a stunning look. And I just like, if you stick to some of these shimmers and the peachy tones, I'm telling you, it's perfect for summer. And just like that easy, effortless, like I feel like whenever you're doing summer makeup, a lot of times like you're just trying to hurry up and get a beautiful look. And if you have this palette, pull it out, because I'm telling you, it is so pretty. Over all the time, it's still beautiful and managed to find its way back into my collection. It's just so funny like seeing just how flattering that palette is on my eyes, and not every palette needs to be full of multi-chrome, sparkles, shifty shades, you know what I mean? So it's nice, honestly, to just have a very simple palette that gives you beautiful looks. So I had to mention it because I think about that palette and it just honestly makes me feel like summer vibes. Next, let's talk about this one. This is actually, you cannot get it anymore. This is from NARS. This is the summer, I believe it's unrated palette. Yes, the reason why I'm mentioning this, I know, I'm sorry that some of these may not be available anymore, but you may have them in your collection. And honestly, every single palette that NARS comes out with looks like this. So this is just a friendly reminder to reach into your collection if you do have a NARS palette and pull it out, because I'm telling you, that's going to give you a beautiful bronze moment. I love just how versatile this is. I'm going back and forth if I want to take this palette or the Natasha Denona palette on vacation with me. This one is so beautiful. I love the mattes. I love the shimmers. You can go gold, champagne, peachy, orange, neutral. This palette, it's 10 out of 10, and it's just aging like fine wine. Let's see, this one right here, I feel like I needed to have an all matte palette for today, just to shout out, because like I said, in summer you're just trying to hurry up and throw makeup on your face, and I feel like an all matte palette is honestly pretty necessary. This is the Devinah Cosmetics Beauty Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette. Mine is so dirty, please do not judge me. I use it every single day, and I had full intentions of cleaning this palette and I forgot, and now my daughter's taking her nap and I forgot to clean it. So here's mine. I use it every day, and this is honestly my go-to, not just summer. I'm just kind of having fun with it and letting you know that this would be perfect to reach for summer, or honestly every day. But if you just want to like put one of these all over your crease and a beautiful topper on the lid, it's so pretty, and you could definitely get those golden hour feels with this palette. There's like terracotta, some warm browns, cool browns. Any skin tone, you're gonna like that palette. Let's see, now let's like move on to like a very bougie palette. This is the from Pat McGrath Labs. This is it Bronze Seduction? Yes, Bronze Seduction. Every single time I use this palette, I just get the summer feels. I don't know why. It's honestly like very holiday as well, but this palette is the essence of summer for me. Just like these very basic mattes and the beautiful toppers are so sparkly and gorgeous. Like whenever I wear this, it's normally on like a date night, something special, but this palette is so sexy and it's just like a step up. Like I feel like this one from Natasha Denona, it is so wearable and easy. This one takes me a little bit more time, but this is just like a full glam moment, so I had to mention this one. I do hope that we see some more exciting palettes from Pat McGrath, because I've been reaching for some of my Pat McGrath palettes and I'm like ready to, I want her to come out with another palette. Do y'all feel the same way? Are you just over it? Hopefully we'll see a beautiful mothership. Honestly, I'm hoping for some quads. I would be really excited to get a beautiful quad palette from her. Now let's talk about this one from Adept Cosmetics. This one is Flying Fiddles. I was hesitant to honestly mention this one because this can lean so many different ways. But for me, like the most important thing are these shimmers. There's some like really beautiful champagnes, rose golds. Whenever I reach for this palette, honestly, every time I do a look, for the most part, I'm like, that would have been perfect for summer. Now we're here and it's summertime, and yes, this palette is perfect, ideal for just that quick like shimmer all over your lid, one and done and go. And I think Sahara and then like the tan toffee rose, these mattes are perfect, and you just layer one of these shimmers on top and you will just be sparkling. I don't know, I just love that Adept palette. It's so versatile and I feel like it's just a perfect palette for all year, and I think it would be a perfect addition to put in like your summer palettes, and so you feel inspired whenever you're just like, what do I want to wear today? Have a palette full of summer palettes, that way you can just reach for it. This one is the, let's see, this one is Nearly Natural from Glaminatrix. Mine looks rough, guys. I have dropped it and used it, abused it, love it. This palette is perfect, yes, for every day, but honestly, this is iconic for summer, especially the shade Second Skin. It just gets me going. Whenever, I think it was definitely last summer, but I reached for just these two, and it was like one of my go-to favorite looks for summer, so I had to mention it. Yes, you can get so many different looks with this, but these two, use them and it's like just a golden hour moment. I love this palette so much. Hopefully they come out with that one, but like in their mini eyeshadow palette next. Hopefully, I believe that like I saw like the Nocturnal palette being teased that they were going to release it with like the mini eyeshadows. Who knows, but that would be really, really nice. I only have three more to talk about. I wanted to mention this one from Game Beauty. This one does not look the best on me. This is the Victor palette, and honestly like the Metropolis palette as well from Natasha Denona, but these very orange tones, even like the bronze palette from her. But this one I wanted to mention specifically just because like the pops of blue, but like these orange tones. So if you have deeper skin, mid to deep, this would be like the perfect summer palette just for like that golden hour moment. It would look like a sunset on your eyes, just the way that these undertones are on me. It's not my ideal summer palette. I pretty much like go for like the champagnes to like a soft gold, bronze, not like the yellow golds and not like the orange golds, but I think they're just so pretty. So I definitely wanted to mention this one in case you have it in your collection. Definitely pull it out because it is just so beautiful. Like the formulation, I'm really into Game Beauty recently. They've sent me over a few of their palettes and I love their formulation. I'm going to save my mini palette for last. Let's go ahead and talk about this one from Patrick Ta. I mean, this is everyday, obviously, but these tones like the rose gold and these shimmers, with if you just do like a matte and like a pop of shimmer, I'm telling you, it's just like that effortless beauty that I crave for summer and like date nights. I love the creams. This palette's 10 out of 10, but I don't know, I need to probably get rid of it because I know Patrick Ta, like their formulation doesn't last the longest, but I have some kind of problem with getting rid of this. I'm just tied to it because I've worn it for so many different special occasions in my life, and like I can't get rid of this one. But if you have it, use it because the shimmers sparkle and they look flattering on the eye, so definitely put that in your summer inspiration pile. The last palette that I wanted to mention today, it was so hard to only pick 10, but I feel like I need to kind of narrow it down because I could be here all day showing you beautiful palettes that you could pull out for summer. But this is the mini palette from Natasha Denona. This is the mini nude palette. It's just a 5 pan, and honestly like the new golden palette could have been a 5 pan as well. but I wanted to mention this. This is so cute and itty bitty and like tiny and adorable. I don't reach for minis all that often, but this is iconic for summer. If you're just wanting a one and done palette, I would recommend this one to you because you have the mattes, you have the shimmers, and it's easy, it's tiny, travel friendly. If you do travel, you could just throw this in a bag and it would be fine. But those are all 10 palettes that I had to mention today. It was all inspired by the golden palette from Natasha Denona because I've been using that constantly. Check out my review if you have not already, but please let me know down below what are some palettes that you love reaching for in summer to just give you that golden hour moment, just like a sunset vibes. You know what I'm talking about, just easy and effortless but like sparkly. I feel like that's the goal for me when it comes to creating a summer look. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye guys.